Hello and welcome back to week 7 of Midwest Championship Series. We are here for some amazing matchups. We got some good matches set forth ahead of you. Our first match being the Chicago Jungle taking on the Omaha Buffalo, followed up by the Brainerd Victory taking on the Rochester Rhythm. And I know they got a double header in place. Where in the third series will be the Brainerd Victory taking on the Bloomington Maulers, and then to finish off the night will be the Mankato Atlas taking on the Hibbing Rangers. I'm Joseph the Voice, hanging out with Red Flame. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful, just a little bit tired, but that's basically it.
Understandable. I know that there's been a lot that's happened in this league over these last few weeks, especially since that major. There's been a lot of just exciting things going on all together. Looking at the stats, if you take a moment, and I know we don't have a breakdown for you, but I will talk about it real quick. If we just look at our top 8 real fast, because I think this is really where you need to look right now, because that's what matters when it gets to land is the top 8. I know we have a whole nother major coming up, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You still got to get in the top 8 to get to that land. So in first place is the St. Paul Senators. They have a 10-1 record, and they have 55 points on the board. So they're doing a great job holding down the top of the leaderboard. And then if you look in second place, you will have the Rochester Rhythm, which we do have the pleasure of watching today. They have 51 points, and they have a 6-3 record. So they don't have the mightiest of records, but they are still a heavy competition fighting team right now. So in third place, we have the Bemidji Lumberjacks. They are 7-3 right now. They have 40 points, so there's a good 11 points just between them and second place alone. In fourth place is going to be the Duluth Superiors with 35 points, tied with the Fargo Steelhawks as well with 35 points. And then I'll just put it like this. In sixth place, we have a 4-way tie. So I know I said top 8, but right now they're all fighting to just land that final spot in the top 8, which is in fact the Chicago Jungle, who we will be watching today. The Mankato Atlas, who will also, I believe, on the stream later on today. We will also be seeing the Des Moines Derecho tied with them as well with 30 points. And then the Omaha Buffalo, which you have the pleasure of watching here as well in our first match of the night. So all those teams right now, I know that's 9 teams that I read off, but we have a lot of teams that are tied with points right now. Like I said, Duluth Superiors, Fargo Steelhawks 35, then the Jungle, Atlas, Derecho, and the Buffalo all with 30. So with that all being said, I mean, it is fighting time. Every single match matters. Every single win is so important right now. And I mean, a team like the Chicago Jungle going up against the Omaha Buffalo, you can't just, shy away from the fact that Buffalo are still right on the helm of clinching a top 8 spot right now. And they are not just going to lie down lightly. That is, in fact, Barry, Mate, It's Nate, and Pillow. But today they do have to take on the Chicago Jungle, who we had the pleasure of watching last week, and they had a 3-1 victory. Let's double check who that was. That was against the Flyers, and it will be Eli, Thermal, and ISO, driving up the helm there. So we'll see what's going to happen there in that first match. How are you feeling about this one, Red Flame? If you had to go one way or the other, how are you feeling?
I'm probably going to say 3-2 for sure, in 5 for sure, in favor of the Omaha Buffalo.
3-2 in favor of the Omaha Buffalo. So you're feeling like there's going to be a fight and the horns are going to come out and they are just going to shut the Jungle down. Well, we will see if that will be the case, because I'm actually going to go on the flip side. I liked what the Jungle had thrown out last week. I think that they're putting it together pretty well, and we'll see if they can continue to ride that through. And that'll be, a 3-2 in favor of the Chicago Jungle. So with that being said, I know we have our teams about ready to go. I think everybody wants to get the game started. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is week 7 Midwest Championship Series. Let's get it going. And this is, in fact, kickoff.
Nate, it's Nate. Gonna hit it right up off kickoff. Thermal takes it down to Barry. Barry's gonna get a long return in goal. Just off the side. ISO then hits it up to clear. Now Eli gonna hit it far. ISO's there, hits it in, but it's a little too far.
Unfortunate, a little off the mark there. Let's see if they can work to correct that. Still a lot of time on the clock. The game only just got started, and it's just game 1 in the series of 5. And ISO with the double tap and puts it down. He's not going to let that one get away from him again, as he knows that his team needs to get up early. And they want to get up on top and strike and take this game and try to set the tone. 4:24 on the clock. Let's see what Buffalo has in store. They get a nice setup here, but however, Eli is there, is going to slow it down. Thermal is now going to jump on to see ISO getting a good demo in the backfield.
ISO fights for thrown all the way across corner. Hello goes up, gets a clear. Thermal is there though, returning it back. Barry gets a stop. ISO now going slowly. Doesn't get it past Barry. Gonna set it up for Thermal though, who gets the goal.
This is that tenacity that we were seeing last week with the jungle, and we're going to see if they can continue to hold on, or is this just a flash in the pan to get it started? We're going to see the Buffalo heat up just shortly and bring it right back. 3:51 on the clock. Who do you have in this matchup? Are you rooting for the Buffalo, or are you rooting for the jungle? Who do you want to see come out on top in this one?
And right after you're done talking, mate is Nate. Scores right off backboard, kind of set up by Barry, and in the goal for a 1-2 lead, still in favor of the jungle.
We'll see what happens in this kickoff. 3:42 on the clock, and it's thrown back towards the Buffalo. It's Nate gonna try to take. Gets hit by the defender. Isono grabs hold. Gets met by Barry, who tries to drive it downfield. Gets thrown towards the sidewall. It's Nate tries to get up, but Eli gets a good touch on it. Barry now booms it, or at least tries to boom it. It touches the ceiling. Gets thrown back down. Thermal now puts it towards the back wall. Pillow now puts it down. It's going towards midfield. ISO gets met by Barry, and it stays right at midfield.
Hello's gonna get a shot, hits it in the corner. Thermal there, hits it midfield to Eli. ISO's gonna go up for it, gets it past Barry. Now made is Nate, hitting a long cross into corner where Thermal is. Gonna let it go to Eli. Pello kind of gets it there. Barry goes up off the backboard, but ISO is there to get it clear.
Now Pillow puts it towards the sidewall. As the water falls down, he cannot get another hit on it. Barry, however, plays the defensive and is able to keep it on the offensive, I must say. And now it's in the corner. Pillow trying to get it down towards the front of goal. The pass down. Thermal now puts it away. It's Nate. Sees the opportunity, puts it back up. Gets a ceiling tap, gets another one, tries to get the double tap, and there we go. It's Nate is here to cook.
Tying the game up, made is Nate with a wonderful goal. Now 2-2 tie game. 2:24 left on the clock. Gonna be a close one.
That was a beautiful execution there by It's Nate. Saw it come back, saw the opportunity, and struck where it was needed. Now it's tied up 2-2. However, Thermal misses, and it's downfield with a free goal. Pillow now puts up Buffalo 3-2, and the pressure is on. The Jungle have allowed a 3-0 strike in just the last minute and a half alone.
3-2 in favor of Omaha Buffalo. 2:12 left on the clock. Pillow gets a good kickoff, quickly returned by ISO, who's gonna hit it above goal. It's Nate, hits it in the corner. Thermal now setting it up to Eli, but it's too high, but the double tap gets it in for a 3-3 tie.
Eli understands that this one cannot get away too quickly, sets it up and puts it down. He says, anything you can do, I'll try to do better. And boy, oh boy, was that a beautiful strike. And now we are tied up 3-3, 2 minutes on the clock. And something's got to give in one way or the other. Otherwise, we're going to be forced into an overtime.
Thermal taking it up on left side. Gonna hit it past Barry. Hello is there though to get a clear back. Made its Nate making a shot a little high off the backboard. Barry hits it in to take the lead once again.
Barry put himself in position, staying patient and executing where it's needed. And now they are back up. Buffalo is looking really good right now to start out this series.
Kickoff in favor of the jungle. Thermal to get a good push. Made his Nate hit it off backboard to get it clear to Barry. Towards goal, Eli is there. Hello now. Passing it to Mate is Nate. Thermal beats him to it though. Barry misses the ball. Thermal now taking it slow, gets hit by Barry. Thermal now getting it in front of goal for Eli to make the tie once more.
Beautiful execution. Great pass there. Eli down to Thermal. Thermal back to Eli. The good old give and go. And now we are tied up again. This is how you start off a night, ladies and gentlemen. The back and forth and the back and forth. And it's not like they're making it look too easy. They are fighting hard and they are making these strikes happen. The minute 8 on the clock. Who can take the lead, or will we see overtime to start out the night?
Barry hits it down to Pillow. Goes back up for it. Gets saved by Eli. Eli gets bumped by Barry, but Thermal is there to get a clear. Taking it long down the middle, but Pillow is there to clear it back to Isho, back in corner.
Barry tries to get a shot on goal. It gets cleared away there by Eli. Eli gets a tap up. ISO tries to get another strike to put it in position for his teammates, but they are just low on boost. And now Buffalo strikes, catches him slipping. An awkward rotation there, and he gets it just in between them, and they both miss.
Now 5-4, 31 seconds left. Time is running out. Next goal could possibly be the last, and that might solidify it in favor of the Buffalo, bringing it to 6-4.
Such a tenacious start here for the Buffalo. They definitely understand the assignment right now, and they are ready to put in the work to make it happen. As they're up by 2, 22 seconds left on the clock. They just need to hold on, and they will take game 1 to start out this series. And I really do feel like the momentum from this particular game is really important just based off the way that they're playing. I normally say, you know, game 1s aren't the decider, but sometimes you just feel in a series it's going a certain way. And right now, Buffalo is going to take game 1 of this best of 5, and they are setting the tone early. We'll see if they can continue to fight forward, or will they get shut down. If we take a moment to look at the stat line, we will see that there was 12 shots on goal for the Buffalo in comparison to 7 shots on goal. So they outshot them fairly well. The Jungle doing a great job holding that defensive line, however, have 5 saves. It looked like the Jungle did a little bit better job getting the ball distributed to its teammates to get those executions. But I'll tell you this, it's Nate. Made it look easy on that one play, and he still had 2 assists as well. So good stat line across the board. Every player putting in some work. Every player making a goal across the board. I'm excited to see what happens here in game 2, because that was exciting. How are you feeling about that one, Red Flame?
Close match, could have gone either way, but ended up going in favor of Buffalo. I feel like this might set the tone for the rest of the series, but it still could easily be taken over by Jungle.
I'm going to ready on up, and we'll see what happens here as both these teams are ready to execute. But which one will do it better is the real question here. If you are just tuning in, this is, in fact, a best-of-5 series. Chicago Jungle taking on the Omaha Buffalo. Chicago Jungle's lineup is, in fact, Eli, Thermal, and ISO. And on the flip side for the Omaha Buffalo is, in fact, Barry, it's Nate, and Pillow. And right now, the Omaha Buffalo are up 1-0 to start out this series. And we'll see if they can maintain, or will the Jungle come back like Tarzan swinging?
Thermal takes it towards corner. It's a Tomate is Nate. Quick return back corner. Above goal, gets a double hit, and it's in for the first goal of the game.
You didn't get to see it in game one, ladies and gentlemen. Mate, it's Nate. It's back for another one. Another one. 4:34 on the clock. Mate, it's Nate puts his team up. The Buffalo now in the lead, holding on to their series lead as well, which is also 1-0. Gary just stunting it right there in front of the goal. Tries to drive it down. ISO now grabs it up. Pillow puts it downfield. Bar down. And Pillow gets the shot. And now Buffalo are up by 2. And we saw what happened last time they had that 2-0 lead. They were able to take the victory. All they need is a little bit of room, and they tend to do well.
Still 4:15 left on the clock, though. They might let their guard down any second and let Jungle just come in with her off a backboard shot. But still, Mate is Nate doing really well in this game right now.
Well, I'll say this. Last series, we saw the Jungle go up 2-0. And then we saw the Buffalo come back 3-0. And now we're seeing the Jungle start to make a little comeback. A beautiful clear there by ISO, taking out the defender, and Thermal puts it in net. And now they are only down by 1, 3:52 on the clock. Still a lot of game left indeed, but one team has to come out on top, and right now, it could be anybody.
ISO hits it back towards Eli. Now he's going to get past Pello. Oh, into Barry, not quite past him. Thermal now gets it past Barry. Made his Nate there. Kind of hit it away. Eli is there. But Pillow gets the clear. Back to Thermal. Gets it past Mate is Nate. Sets it up to ISO. But it is saved by Pello. What a wonderful save.
Absolutely, especially with that defensive strike, getting that demo in front of goal. Sometimes that cloud plume just kind of slows you down. You don't know where to go. You get a little discombobulated. And now Barry's coming down with a strike of his own, and Eli knocks it away. ISO shoots it across field over to Thermal, but Pillow is there. Barry shoots it just wide of the goal. A lot of strikes, but a lot of wide opportunity strikes right now that are just not landing. Pillow gets a little bit of a stunt hit on it. Back to Barry. Barry grabs hold, gets it past another. Tries to get a third, but cannot get it past Eli.
And Thermal, right after you're done talking, hits it into the corner off of a pass from Eli.
A beautiful pass, a beautiful demo, and even better strike from the teammate. Thermal knocking it down. And now it is 2-2. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and it is anybody's ball game once again. Will we see the 3-0 strike from the Jungle this time to really turn around the momentum, or will the Buffalo find a way to get back on top?
Anyway, 2:15 left on the clock. Thermal putting it in center field. Pello with a long shot back. ISO with the clear. Barry's gonna hit it towards goal. It's up and far. Eli, though, gonna try to bring it past. Gets it to ISO. Pello gonna hit it up. ISO there still. The Thermal and hits it in, but there's Made as Nate for a very good save.
Nate's been doing a great job stepping it up here in game 2 to help his team out. We saw him strike early in the game to set the tempo for the Buffalo. And then they brought another one back. But since then, the Jungle have been the ones who have been holding on the momentum and have not given it back to the Buffalo. We'll see. Can Omaha do something here? Or will it be Chicago that gets back a victory here and brings it to a 1-1 in this series?
Thermal now pushing it up, gets it past Pello. Pello is going to follow up, get it almost at Eli. Eli does get demoed, but he hits it close to goal, and ISO takes it off the post-mortem assist from Eli and hits it in.
Barely missing it. Unfortunate. And ISO gets there. And now the jungle have done to the Buffalo what they did to them. Taking a play out of their own book. But we also saw a lot of back and forth once that happened. And then Buffalo had to take a 2-point lead to be able to seal the deal. But right now, let's see if Jungle can just hold on to this one. I know something that's crazy, Red Flame. I apologize for cutting out, but you want to hear something that's crazy? We've been doing this now for 7 weeks this year, and I have yet to mention that we are a community partner. JTV Entertainment is in fact a community partner of Midwest Championship Series, and you're one of the reasons why that's the case. You've been a great help and a great asset to the league, helping build. For anybody who isn't aware, he did just graduate middle school and is now on his way to high school, on to that next level. So if there's any, anybody out there that's a college recruit and you guys are looking, he's definitely the type of player you want to look for. They're definitely the type of recruit you want to look for. Will definitely build into your system, just as he has here. And it looks like the Jungle are about to seal the deal here. And there we go, Jungle taking game one. But I had to give you a leg up there, Red Flame, for all the hard work that you've put in. It's definitely been a tremendous journey so far, and I'm excited to see where it continues to go. But let's get back to the stats real quick. We do see on the board right now 11 shots for the Jungle, definitively out shooting the Buffalo with only 5 shots, as well as getting some good assists. You'll see Eli did a lot across the board, got 2 assists, 3 saves, did 3 shots. Unfortunately, just couldn't get one to land. But great job for the Jungle as they were able to take that one. And we are now 1-1, and it's looking like it could go to a game 5 at this pace, Red Flame.
Certainly a 1-1 is a good sign of it going into 5 games. At least makes it go into a 4th at most, which makes it 1 closer.
I love it that people in the chat are like, what? No way. He's really that young? I mean, he's a mature young man. Sometimes, when you want something, you got to step up to the plate and handle it, with the grandeur that is needed. So he's done a great job thus far, and I'm excited to see where he continues to go. So the cool thing is this man is always ready to step up to the mark. So if you guys need more help in the league, you can always reach out to Red Flame. If he has time, he can always find a way to get involved. I know he's looking for a summer job, but, that might not line up with the things we're doing here in the league. However, let's see if we can get him out to land. That's the biggest, most important thing, is seeing if we can get him out to land. And if anybody is wondering, land is going to be on Saturday and Sunday, the 17th and 18th of August. We are going to be out in University of River Falls. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a fun time. As we get more information, we'll get it out to you, but it is definitely something you're not going to want to miss, just like the Buffalo do not want to miss that one either, and they are now up 1-0, 4:40 on the clock.
Good start for Barry and Pello. Even with the bully ball coming from Thermal, just getting bumped around a lot. Now, going into kickoff, it's in favor of the Buffalo. Barry now gonna hit it in front of goal. Gonna get it past Thermal. Now, Eli gonna make a shot, saved by Matus Nate. Pello following it up. Taking it slowly. Gets stopped by ISO, and now Thermal's gonna take it away. Back inside, ISO is there, hits it in front, but it's cleared by Barry.
Eli stunts it at the 50. ISO now puts it downfield, tries to keep the pressure going. Eli now puts it over to Thermal with the shot, and now we are tied up 1-1. A beautiful team executed play there. As you see, Eli gets it over to Thermal, and the beautiful strike. It's a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Certainly tied up 1-1, 4:05 left on the clock. Matus Nate hitting it up, bringing it in front, but Thermal gets a good clear, but Pello is there to score it and take the lead.
And a lot of back and forth happening here in this series since the door opened in game 1. Both teams have just continued to go back and forth, back and forth. And this is a series that you do not want to miss, as it has just got a lot of action involved and neither team is giving up.
Certainly 2-1, 3:45 left on the clock. Still plenty of game left, especially even if that is a goal, there's still plenty of time for the jungle to come back.
Mate, it's Nate getting another one. I believe you've scored in every game thus far. But the thing is can they hold on to the lead this time, or will they give it away to the jungle again here in game 3, just like they did in game 2?
Almost a quick kickoff goal. Saved by Thermal. Now Aisho bringing it back across field. Gonna get it past Pello. Although he does get a hit, makes it go up. Now he's gonna follow it up. Midfield made his Nate gonna take it, but Thermal is there to stop him. Now Eli gonna meet Barry for it. Barry does win it. Iso heading it down to Pello, and it's in.
It is just not going the way that the jungle want right now, as Iso passes it right down to Pillow, who gets another goal. And he, in fact, has a hat trick, 3 for 3 right now, and is doing a great job holding down the lead spot here for the Buffalo. 13
lead. Barry at midfield is going to take it up. Stopped by Eli. Now Iso getting it past made his Nate. Pillow quickly gets it, hits it straight down though. Thermal brings it across. Now getting hit across by Pillow. Pillow's going to go back for it. Barry is able to hit it across and cleared. Thermal at midfield sets it up for Pillow, but stopped by Iso.
And now it's left in the corner. Eli throws it over to Thermal, who hits it back to Eli. And now it's just staying in that corner right now, as Iso finally tries to clear it away, but Barry is right back once again with a relentless opportunity. Sets up Nate, and once again they score. And right now, Barry has 3 assists. Pillow has 3 goals. There's a lot happening right now. Nate is on his way to a hat trick himself.
5-1, 240, not 240, 220 left on the clock. Still time to come back, but it is looking pretty difficult. Down by 4 for the jungle. They're going to need to start scoring soon if they want to make it back in time, especially with the other team trying to stop them.
Gonna pass downfield to Eli. Good demo there, and it's boom downfield. A little over 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Thermal kicks it away from the front of goal. Iso tries to slow it down just enough. Takes back hold. Gets it past 1. Gets it past 2. Thermal, and there is a strike for the jungle. Ladies and gentlemen, they are bringing it back. 1:43 on the clock, and they are now only down by 3.
Down by 3, 1:43 left on clock. Still time to bring it back, especially 3 away instead of 4. Still gonna be pretty difficult, especially if Pello and all of Buffalo keeps making offensive attacks like this. They're gonna need to push back harder if they want to tie it up again.
And Pillow puts it into the corner. Eli tries to clear it out. And the pressure is just lying on top of the jungle right now, as Buffalo is trying to get another goal. But a boom downfield. Barry gets it, and a nice save. Iso tries to slow it down on the sidewall. Barry now with the shot. And now Buffalo has scored again, and they are maintaining this lead, and they are not giving up an inch if they don't have to.
6-2, 1:10 left on the clock. Time is getting low. 4-point difference. Gonna be a little difficult for Jungle to get back, but pushes like these by Iso might get them the goals that they need.
Barry clears it away from the front of goal. Eli gets up, gets a flip reset, gets a couple touches on it, but loses it. Made its Nate now grabs it. Thermal puts it off the back wall. Eli with a shot, and unfortunately cannot get it.
ISO trying to keep it away from goal. Thermal almost in. Or Eli, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Eli now following it up. ISO gets it away. Thermal gonna get Eli gonna get demoed. Thermal now gonna get stolen from by Made It's Nate. Eli gonna quickly hit that to Thermal down across the field. Thermal now gonna hit it up. Oh, Barry is gonna keep it away from goal. 8 seconds left. Time is ticking, and I believe this might be it for Jungle this game.
It is, in fact, and the Buffalo take game 3 and now lead the series 2-1. Looking to close it out and potentially push to a 5-5 record. They understand that they need to clinch an 8th spot minimum to be able to get out to land. And with a performance like that, that's what'll get you there. You see, right there, 9 shots on goal. They had 6 shots in net. They had a bunch of assists, a bunch of saves. They did a little bit of everything there for Buffalo, and they are just doing a great job maintaining and doing a great job trying to keep themselves ahead. So I'm just really excited that Buffalo has been being so tenacious. I understand that I definitely did pick the Jungle to win this one, but the reality of it is Omaha just needed to step it up, and that's exactly what they're doing. I understand that the Jungle have fought really hard as well in this one, but right now they need to get a victory or they're just going to give it away to the Buffalo. So ladies and gentlemen, Game 4, Week 7. We are closing in on Major 2. Can the Buffalo win here? Or will the Jungle find a way to bring it back and take this series?
At midfield, Made It's Nate gonna take it. Gets it over ISO. Off backboard, Thermal's gonna hit it across to Pillow. Gonna take it slow in the corner. Eli gonna take it away from him, but gets stolen by Made It's Nate. Now ISO hitting it away from goal. Barry sets it up in middle. Made It's Nate with a shot, but it's off the post and out of goal.
Thermal's going to put it downfield. Made It's Nate is there to slow it down. Eli now grabs it, puts it towards the corner. Barry gets on it now. Buffalo is just really aggressive right now, and it could pay to the disadvantage, but we'll see what happens as ISO tries to put one down. Pillow is on it. Can he get another one? He misses the second attempt. Thermal now grabs it. ISO gets a bump there on Made It's Nate, or at least forces him away from the ball. A lot of bumping and shoving happening, and Barry strikes, and Buffalo is up 1-0, 3:53 on the clock.
3:53, good start for Buffalo. Taking a lot of time though. That means it's going to be a close game if it takes a lot of time for a first goal. But 3:50 left on clock. It's still plenty of time for the Jungle to come back and get a goal or two.
Absolutely. This has been quite the series thus far, and it really just comes down to which team really wants it more, if you ask me. And this has been just really fun to watch overall. I will say this, Barry, being a Wisconsin native, got to give him a shout out here. I've watched him compete in some of the other leagues I've been a part of, and a great player. Eli there, however, getting the score, bringing it to a 1-1. But as I was going to say, I'm not really surprised to see that Omaha is really giving the fight that they're giving, knowing that they got a player like Barry on their team. He is a great asset to have on your team. Made It's Nate has been a great addition to this roster as well, and they are just really working well together.
Certainly. Now Barry hitting it away. Thermal does take it though. Eli tries to go for it, gets it out. Thermal now is trying to pass it to someone, but no one's there. Now Eli getting it centered, gets hit by Barry, I believe. Thermal now with a shot above. Made It's Nate with the clear. ISO with a shot. Thermal with a redirect, and it's in.
What a beautiful team play there. Thermal with the heads up game. Gets it redirected right to where they needed it. Top corner, and now the Jungle are back in it, ladies and gentlemen, and they are now up by 1.
Just what they needed to take this series. One step closer, and there they are, one step closer, even more. Getting their confidence up and just setting themselves up to take this game and tie the series.
Another one. As you said it, in fact, the jungle doing a great job turning it around. ISO already with 3 assists on the board, contributing to every goal thus far. What a team player. It really comes down to the wits. This Buffalo has not been doing bad throughout this series, but have finally given up a 2-point lead since game 1.
On in jungle side. Thermal gonna take it from Barry. Hello gonna meet Eli for it. Thermal passes it to Eli. Gets it off backboard. ISO too fast to get there. Eli now bringing it up the wall. Taking it slowly. Hello does hit it back from him. ISO now up to just a little bit too far of the goal.
Man, instead trying to get one in front of the goal. Thermal grabs it, throws it down the field to his teammate who gets the shot and gets stopped with a good save there by Pillow.
Made it, Nate. Bringing it in front of goal. Eli does get it past though. Eli gonna bring it forward. Pillow does take it from him though. Above goal, tries to get a double tap, but it's off backboard, but Barry hits it in.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Barry gets another one and brings his team within 118 on the clock. And can they push it into overtime or even potentially take this one? We saw 2 quick goals happen for the Chicago Jungle just moments prior. Let's see if we can see the same thing happen here for the Buffalo and see them seal out this series, or will we be going to a game 5?
Made it's Nate, taking it in his half. Thermal getting it from him. Barry trying to get it out. Thermal with a stop again. Eli now hitting it in the corner. Made it's Nate's gonna take it from there. ISO takes it from him. Gets it past Pillow, but Barry is gonna get it. Bringing it up, gets it right into Thermal.
Man, it's Nate. Tries to stunt it. However, the ball is now just floating there towards the middle of the field. It's rolling. Came almost to a dead standstill. ISO tries to put it downfield. Made it. Nate grabs hold. Tries to get it back towards the goal to tie it up. Still another opportunity. We've seen Made It Nate do some work in the past. And he understands he has given everything he has trying to get it to tie here and push it into overtime. But I believe the Jungle are in fact going to solidify this one. And now we are going to game 5 between the Chicago Jungle and the Omaha Buffalo.
Next game will be the last. Whoever wins this game will win the series and definitely take home a good victory at getting themselves a slot in LAN.
As these teams just take a moment to sit back and digress. Like I said, the Buffalo have done a great job throughout this series, but the Jungle have done just as well of a job to bring it to game 5 right now. As well as Buffalo has played, I still am in favor of the Jungle. Something's got to give, and which way will it go? Will it go in favor of the Jungle, or will it go in favor of the Buffalo? Ladies and gentlemen, who are you rooting for in this one?
Kickoff goes in favor of the Jungle. Goes quickly to Pillow. 4 players. I think there's bots in the game. Looks like okay.
All right, as we just take a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get that lobby started back up. Apologies, apologies. We are getting back into the lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for holding on tight. We are getting back on to Champions Field, Game 5. And here we go. Looks like the players are slowly getting back into the lobby. Buffalo is here. Now we are waiting on the jungle to return. Both of these teams are both teams in contention right now to solidify a top 8 seeded position and push their way to a potential land spot. Understand there still is a whole nother major that's going to be happening here in just a few weeks. And a lot of points are going to be getting distributed there. So here we go. Game 5 between the Chicago Jungle and the Omaha Buffalo.
Barry gonna take it at midfield, hits it up into Eli. ISO now taking it on wall. Gonna get up all the way across at midfield. Thermal gonna hit it up. Barry takes it. The pillow. It's a clear. Eli and ISO hit each other. Now ISO getting it away from goal. It's Nate there. It's it back. Eli now saving it. Made his Nate sets it in middle, but the ISO is the only one there.
Barry's gonna put it up. Knocks it off the ceiling. Now Maiden's Nate tries to get a setup of his own. Every player on Buffalo just giving their all to try to get something set up in front of that goal, but nothing is working. And now the Jungle score. There we go.
First goal of the game, basically 1 minute in favor of Jungle. This could set the game for a win in favor of them, but also could make Buffalo come back and get 2 more.
As Buffalo tries to get a setup, Nate has cooked in the kitchen throughout this series, but unfortunately cannot get it going there. Nate just tries to kick it back and slow down the tempo just a bit. Pillow grabs hold, gets knocked by the defender, gets lofted down towards the bottom of the field. Pillow puts it down, and a beautiful save there by Eli. Nate tries to get something else set up in front of goal. Barry misses the opportunity. Thermo clears it away. Pillow now gets a strike. Looks like it's just high and to the left. Thermo pushes it away. We have 2 defenders back. Barry gets a push, and Barry gets a strike, and a beautiful shot there. Great turnaround. Bang, bang play there by Barry.
Tied 1-1, 3:04 left on clock. Right now taking 1 minute per goal, basically. Now tied up, could go either way, especially in Game 5, could go either way in favor of series as well.
As Eli puts it up, Pillow hits it away. Thermal is still there, however. And Eli fakes him out, and ISO just high, far away. That is not what you want right now. ISO gets an opportunity, gets hit, and unfortunately unable to get one on goal there himself. Eli now up and tries to keep it consistent with another opportunity on an offensive strike. And a beautiful pinch there by Pillow.
Going downfield, made its Nate there. Thermal with the hit in the Pillow. Hits it up, follows it up, gets it past ISO, and the Thermal gets demoed. ISO now taking it into Barry. Going up, Thermal's gonna hit it down away from goal. Made it Snake gonna take it, put it in front of goal, but Thermal stops it and gets it away.
Puts it off the sidewall. Thermal grabs hold. Mate is patiently waiting. Nate is patiently waiting on that back while Thermal once again tries to get a strike. Pillow just drives over and pushes it into the corner. Off the ceiling, tries to get a pinch on the ground. Doesn't work.
1:30 left on clock. Climb time ticking down. Thermal goes up for it. Hits it in the corner. Passes to ISO, who gets it up in front of goal. Made a Snake, gonna hit it down. Eli. Now Thermal hits it, goes all the way across field. Now Pillow gets it past ISO. At midfield, loses control of it. Now Barry takes it from there.
Thermal puts it downfield. A minute left on the clock, and although each team was scoring at a pace of a minute each, a lot of time has passed since then, and only one can come out on top. And what better way for it to come down to a 1-1 in Game 5 right now, potentially leaning on the possibility of overtime, and the back and forth has just continued throughout this series, and it comes down to this.
Eli hits it way to midfield. Barry takes it, hits it up, gets it by goal, but Thermal with the save. Barry gonna follow it up again, passes it to Nate with a double chop, and it's in for the lead goal.
That man has about 3 or 4 highlights throughout the entirety of this series, and there it is, another one, potentially the game solidifier. A beautiful setup, an even better shot. Mate, it's Nate is here to stay.
At midfield, Thermal gonna take it. Gets demoed, and ISO gets demoed. One person left, Eli. Gonna keep it on the side. ISO hits it up. Time is out. Need to keep this time up. Need to keep the ball up, but it's hit down for Buffalo taking the series.
Buffalo does a great job here in this series and pushes their way to a 5-5 record and forcing the Jungle to a 6-4 record. And I'm really curious to see what that's going to do for the standings as we get even closer towards our next major. Congratulations to Buffalo, and better luck next time for the Jungle. That was quite the series. As you take a moment, you look at that stat line: 9 shots on goal for the Jungle, 4 shots on goal for Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo didn't even need to outshoot them. They just made sure they made it land where they needed it to. They were making sure to get some demos out there. Both teams were getting some good demos across the board. However, that defensive line is what really played out for Buffalo. They understood that they could give a little to get a little, and in the end, they got the winning strike. And ladies and gentlemen, that is in fact a Buffalo victory here tonight here in Series 1. And now we're on the cusp of getting ready for our double header of the night. Now, Red Flame, before we take a step into that double header, was there anything in that prior series that really stood out to you that, really just impressed you?
Not much besides the teamwork coming from both teams really was strong and kept their good fights and good close games going on.
Absolutely. And I know we are going to be, like I said, getting ready for our doubleheader between the Brainerd Victory and the Rochester Rhythm. And then following that, it will be another matchup between the Brainerd Victory and the Bloomington Maulers. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to leave. Definitely hang out. We are going to be taking a short break, and we'll be back here in enough.
They say that life's too short to be holding this tight. So why am I walking light? And in this world of light and color, I'm not afraid of the night. that I got all these friends and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours, and all these friends and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours. This new world is ours. They say that life's too short, and I can feel in my bones. The horizon is close now, now, now. And the world's been changing lately, but after the storm, we come out strong now, now. That I got all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours, and all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours. This new world is ours. And I got all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours. And all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours.
Feel my arms holding on so tight just when you need it most. Feel the freedom of being careless, just being in love. Everything will be alright through the darkness, through the night. No fear anymore. No fear anymore. No fear anymore.
All right, now we are ready for this next series of the night, which is in fact the Brainerd Victory taking on the Rochester Rhythm. We can talk about our predictions as this series gets rolling. I personally am in favor of the Rochester Rhythm. Ovi, Dicey, and Wubik have been doing a great job thus far throughout the season with a 6-3 record. They're also second place overall, did a great job in that last major, and we're really looking to see if they can hold on and continue to push forth. They are only behind the St. Paul Senators currently, and that's trailing by 4 points. So the Brainerd Victory have done a little bit of tossing and turning and trying to do some mixing up. Are going to ride it out with a sub right now. So it will in fact be AO, Ari, and Burf taking on Ovi, Dicey, and Wubik. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Let's get on into the action. I mean, Red Flame, how are you feeling about this particular series set forth? If you had to go one way or the other, Rochester Rhythm or the Brainerd Victory, where are you going?
Probably just off previous matches. I'm gonna say Rochester in 4. I feel like Bernard's gonna clutch one, but not all of them.
So you feel that Brainerd has an opportunity to pull at least a victory out. That's understandable. I'm honestly not feeling so solid about that one. I think there's a little bit of exhaustion happening on the end of the Brainerd Victory. But we'll see if it plays forth or not. As we see Ari getting a strike there and putting forth a goal to start it out. Will the Rochester Rhythm be able to answer back quickly? I'm personally feeling myself that it might be a sweep in favor of the Rochester Rhythm. But as I was saying that, Ari was like, don't say another word, but I'm still going to hold to it.
Dicey hitting it into Burf. Ari now bringing it downfield. Burf now getting it over Ovi. Ovi does get it on the... Get it, and Burf gets a demo on Ovi. Ari now hits it up. Rubik gonna hit it into AO. Down the wall. Hits it centered, but stolen by Dicey.
A lot of love coming right now in chat for Burf. A lot of call-outs, shout-outs. Birthday shout-out for Gemini as well. You know, let's spread the love a little bit here. We love to make sure everybody in chat as well as in our matches, our GMs, our players, our coaches, everybody is having a good time here. But much love to all of you for being here and showing the love here for the Midwest Championship Series. It means a lot. Wubik out here just setting demo after demo, trying to separate the field right now. Ovi booms it down the field. Dicey, do not day, tries to get one set up, tries to fake out Burv. It does not work.
AO now ringing on the wall. The up centered. No one is there though. Ovi gets it all the way down and in just before Ari gets there.
Beautiful strike there. And that demo almost gave Ari a chance to get back and defend there, but it just was not enough. We are now tied up 1-1, 3:08 on the clock.
Ovi takes it at midfield. Taken by Ari. Up the wall, they're gonna let Wubik have it. Burf goes up, gets it, but Dicey takes it on the drop. AO gonna hit it across the field to Burf. Gonna get it up to Ovi. Gets it away from goal, but AO is gonna take it. Dicey. Ari now pushing it up, gets it almost in front, but Ovi gets it clear.
AO with a beautiful ground pinch. Correction. That is, in fact, AO with the ground pinch, getting a right past Dicey. Ovi almost able to get the defender. That was crazy.
Two to 1, 2:30 left on clock. AO's gonna take it in corner, gets it past Ovi. Gets it off a bounce off Wubik. Now Dicey gonna take it midfield. Burf takes it from him. Now Wubik in corner. Gonna get it up. It doesn't get it past Ari though. Now Ovi The AO back over Dicey.
Irv gets the stunt there at the side. Ovi grabs hold, and my goodness, with the attempt to tie it up, misses it and pinches it into the wall. That is unfortunate. AO with the shot. Ovi there now to slow it down. Ari pushes it down the field. Wubik now grabs hold himself, and Burf is there. A lot of back and forth happening here towards midfield between both of these teams.
2-1, 130 left on clock. Burf in corner, gonna bring it along wall. Up centered for a goal, and AO hits it down for the goal.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Brainerd victory have came to play. A beautiful passing play there, and now they are up by 2 with 1:28 on the clock.
Kickoff going in favor of victory. Now Burf gonna go up. Hits it kind of backwards. AO hitting it straight. Burf gonna hit it up. Hit it up past Dicey again. AO now hits it up, centered it. Dicey misses it. Ari does miss the goal though. Now Burf makes a shot. It bounces off Dicey, I believe. AO hitting it down. Dicey with a clear. Ari now gonna hit it back towards goal. AO kinda tries to hit it down but gets a wide clear instead. Now Wubik's gonna take it out.
And Dicey tries to slow it down. Ovi gets in front of it. Wubik is now there, but Burf gets a good hit and leaves it in the corner. Ari gets a shot on, and Ovi with the save. Wubik now with a shot of his own, just narrow of the goal. Nice attempt to try to bring it back within 1.
AO taking it from Ovi and getting a demo on Wubik. Dicey now taking it. Burf takes it from him. Ovi clearing it away. AO gets it into Ovi. Now it's gonna go in front of goal. Burf is there to clear it though. Wubik now misses, I believe. Now Dicey taking it up and try to get it in front of goal. Unable to as Ari hits it out and it drops. Not yet. Not yet, but it drops for a win in favor of the victory.
Victory do just that and take game 1. They are doing a great job already. I think it might be that buff that's coming from chat right now. There's a lot of love coming for the Brainerd victory. A lot of love for Burf in particular. We're going to see, I mean, right now, AO definitely doing a great job leading the pack right now. Burf being a good contributor. But AO definitely leading the pack right now. If you look at it, 4 shots, 2 goals, 1 save, but really it was just the overall possession between them and Ovi. They were a little bit of everywhere throughout the entirety of this game, and honestly, I'm a little worried for the rhythm coming out of game 1 and seeing that type of performance, seeing them kind of a little lackluster. That's not what we're used to seeing. I don't know if it's Ari that's kind of pumped a little bit more lifeblood into that system or what's going on, but it's working.
Certainly quick lead to the series, 1-0 in favor of the victory. Gonna be maybe a close one, although Rhythm did score 1. I feel like they are gonna come back, being that they are 2nd place overall, and R might just take this series.
Well, let's see what happens here. We get ready for game 2. Victory leading the way already in this series. A shot on goal just high. Met by the defender. Good save. Ovi tries to put it in front. Burf with the clear downfield.
AO taking it off wall. Dicey now getting a long shot above goal. Burf trying to hit it away. Ovi is there to stop it though. AO in corner meets Wubik. Goes up. Ari with a clear. Ovi is there for a redirect save kind of. Now Ovi gonna hit it away again. Ari gonna hit it in the wall. Set it up for Burf, but misses, and Dicey takes it on wall.
Dicey tries to get a play set up, but doesn't have much in the tank. AO now strikes, takes it away, gets the ground pinch, and now puts it back up. Burf going downfield, passes it back to Ari. A little quick on the pass. I don't think he was ready for that. AO now grabs hold, tries to get something going here. Wubik is there and slows it down.
Burf taking it up high. Gets it past Olvi, not past Dicey though. Almost in goal now. Wubik gets it past AO. Ari now stops it. Burf now hitting it away to Dicey. Almost in, but saved by AO. Burf now hitting it up to AO, who gets it past Olvi, but Wubik is there to stop it at midfield.
AO now continuation downfield into the corner. Continuing to stay on it once again. However, Olvi grabs hold, puts it downfield. Wubik on the sidewall, gets it past one. AO grabs it, puts it up. Tries to get a nice dribble play going. However, sets it down to Burf, puts out the back wall, gets met by Olvi and slowed down once again.
On wall, Dicey's gonna take it. Hits it far, gonna center in front of goal, no one there though. Now Olvi gonna take it off wall. Hits it centered. AO goes up, Wubik also goes up with demos AO. Now a shot on goal by Wubik, saved by Burf. Dicey going up a little too far forward. Olvi makes a shot, but it's too far high. And now Burf's gonna clear it away.
Beautiful fake out attempt they had there on that scoring attempt, however, just didn't land. That was the closest I feel like we've seen to a score happening in this game. There's some trickery put into effect. And there's another one. Oh, my goodness. Burf wanted that one, but just wasn't enough. A little under 2 minutes left in the game. Right now, the victory up 1-0 to start out this series. Who will get game 2?
Burf in corner. Takes it up. Gonna get it. Misses. AO gonna try to get it. Dicey gets a clear though. Now Wubik taking it down middle. Burf with a clear. Now at midfield, Olvi's gonna take it. Now Burf's gonna hit it away, but it meets Wubik at midfield.
Dicey gets it, throws it into the corner. Ari now launches it down to Burf with the redirect off the top. Ari is there, cannot get it back down, however. Then passes it back to Burf with another attempt. However, Wubik is on that top ball and will not allow another setup.
AO going in. Ari now hits it in corner. Wubik's gonna bring it up and away. Drops down AO. Gonna hit it in front of goal. Dicey gonna hit it away. Burf gonna now hit it up, gets it into corner, but Olvi is there and gets a good clear past AO.
Based off the current tempo, it's looking a little bit more in favor of the victory than it is the rhythm, as I feel like the rhythm have just overall not had as much time of possession that they've needed. They haven't been able to control the ball where they've needed it to go. And we've seen a lot of offensive strikes already from the victory. There's another one, and it is just wide. And now it's high. With less than 10 seconds remaining, can something give? We've already seen 7 shots near net, but not one in yet for the victory. 4 on net, none have landed yet, however, for the rhythm. So right now we are going into overtime. A lot is happening, ladies and gentlemen, but only one team can come out on top. Right now the victory up 1-0 in this series. Can they take it too?
Almost in by Burf. Quickly hit away by Wubik. Burf now hitting it back again. Gonna get it close to goal. Not quite in for anyone else. Ari now goes, misses it. Olvi taking it on the wall, gets stopped by AO. Hits it past Dicey, but not past Wubik. Wubik now gonna hit it away at mid. Now Olvi gonna set it up for him, and he hits it, but it's saved by Olvi. Dicey now gets it past, but not past AO. Wubik meets Burf, gets it away.
Puts it into the corner. Burf is there, met by Wubik, however. Dice is going to try to center it. Does not get the center that he wants. Olvi met by AO, but still on it. He gets a shot downfield, and it is in. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory are up in this series 2-0.
Up 2-0 in series for victory. Going into game 3, it could possibly be the last if the Rhythm do not win it. Otherwise, if victory win it, they are going to take home the series and possibly go into their second doubleheader.
Well, unfortunately, the Rhythm have fell off tempo and they haven't been able to find the groove since. So we're going to see if they can put it together and rewrite the script or what will happen here, because they have given 2 victories away to that team. They are them right now. They are the victory, and they are taking this series. And let's see if they can finalize that, or will the Rhythm turn it around? That's the biggest thing said to say right now is, I honestly did not expect a 2-17 playing with a sub. It's like the super sub GM right now. Ari comes in and just is doing his best to play the part, and that is what AO and Burf need right now, is somebody who can just play that part right now. Ari did get the strike to win it, but that's because, like I said, they played that part. They had 9 shots on goal. Rhythm had 5 shots on goal, so they are just continuing to outshoot them. They are peppering away at it, and we're going to see, can the victory take this series in 3, or will the Rochester Rhythm find a way to sneak it back?
We'll find out as our players take the field. Going into kickoff, it is going to be in favor of the victory. Dicey with a quick return and a goal as well.
Dicey taking no time. He says, you want a new tempo? I'll give it to you. We're going to go with a 3-4 instead of a 4-4 tempo. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to get them a little offset, and we're going to make it work right now. And they are not waiting a second as they are crescendoing this tempo on up.
4:45 on clock still, 1 goal in. Levi goes for it with a shot, cleared by Burf. Levi going up for it again, doesn't have enough boost to go follow through though. Wubik now, definitely enough to follow through, hits it under Ari, but Dicey is unable to get it in.
And now Ari gets a shot downfield, puts it on the back line. Olvi is there. Ari stunts him. And now Burf is there. Olvi is still there. Gets another one. AO into the corner. Burf resets it. Dicey kicks it away. Burf is still there, but Dicey has other plans, forcing it down the field. AO now grabs hold, almost gets bumped, just barely getting out of the way of that defender. Now Ari gets an opportunity here. Gets it past one. Puts it up with a pinch. Burf trying to get there, and Dicey clears it away.
AO taking it from his own half. It meets Wubik up. Dicey now with a shot. Ari with a save. Olvi now gonna hit it side. Burf now clearing it far. Almost in goal. AO. Ari not able to make it in, but Burf also not able to make it in. Ari goes up and tries again, but still saved by Wubik.
I'll just say this. It'll be a crazy sight to see if the Brainerd Victory find a way to turn this season around and get their way out to land. It'll be one of the craziest things I think will ever happen in Rocket League, as this team seemed like they were almost dead in the dirt and didn't have much life left until Ari stepped it up. They lost their GM. They've made a couple adjustments. They've lost a few players. It's not like they've gained a lot. They've lost more than they've gained, but at the same time, they've gained a lot in the same. They've been able to use what they have and really work it to the best of their ability to get these wins and put themselves ahead. And honestly, for Ari being as young as he is, that isn't a testament to just taking a chance. And we'll see if it continues to play out or what will happen, but I'm definitely proud to see a young GM definitely out here trying to make moves for his team and put themselves in a position to win.
Certainly. 2:30 left on clock. Rochester Rhythm still up 1. Earth now gonna hit it into midfield center. AO now taking it. Gonna go for a double tap, but Wubik is there to save it. Now Burf gonna let Ari get it. Almost in, but saved by Wubik. Now AO with a shot, but saved by Dicey.
And Wubik missing an opportunity there. Ari now grabs hold. Ari now tries to put it across. Now Burf just letting it go and almost lets it go right into the back of that net. That would have been unfortunate. Great catch there. And now AO dunking down on Wubik. However, Dicey is there and tries to slow it down, and they're continuing to push and trying to get another strike.
Ari hitting to the side. Olvi's gonna take it high. Gonna get it past, not past AO. Burf now meeting Wubik for it. Go straight up and down. Ari gonna get it past Dicey, but goes straight up. Now Olvi with a shot a little bit to the right. Now gonna get cleared. AO following it up, hits it side at midfield. Olvi gonna get it past Ari. Burf misses it. Now AO is gonna get a quick clear.
And I do see some people out in chat saying, hey, didn't Burf join the same time as Ari? It's not about who joined when. It's about who has stepped up when they've needed to. Ari literally took over a GM position. I think they're only maybe 19 years old. When a GM left, they said, hey, somebody needs to take that spot, and they did it. They've been playing in every single league to help try to accommodate this team and help them get to the next level. I am in no way, shape, or form saying Ari is their best player, but what I am saying is they are definitely a very versatile, willing, and wanting individual, and that's what you want to see in any player on any given day. Somebody willing to step up to the mark and try to make plays, try to make a mark, try to make a difference for the team, and that's what I'm trying to uphold. Trust me, Burf is an outstandingly phenomenal player, but I just wanted to give my nod of my hat to Ari.
15 seconds left. Olvi gonna fit it up in front of goal. AO gonna get a clear. Burf gonna make a long shot down. Try to set it up in the last 2 seconds.
No way. Oh my
goodness. And it
goodness.
hits the ground right in front of goal for a game for Rhythm.
I will say this, though. It's also crazy. On top of them playing for 3 leagues, Ari also sits here in Shoutcast and does a lot of work in esports altogether. So that's another reason I wanted to give a tip of the hat, because not only are they a player in our league, a GM in our league, but they are also one of the key components that helps drive the back end and help, with casting and a lot of that stuff too. So, well, let's get back into the Rhythm, because they now have taken game 3 and put themselves right back in it. Dicey doing a great job. 4 saves, 3 shots. They definitely didn't need to outshoot the victory, but they held on, and now they are right back in it. And right now, you can see these players are just getting ready for the rest of this series, as they are zoning in and they are focusing, they are communicating, and they are just on it. We'll see, will the Brainerd victory come out on top, or will it be the Rochester Rhythm to bring it back and force a game 5? It is still yet to be seen. So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up.
Our players are taking the field, and goes kickoff. Burf is gonna win it for the victory, and AO is gonna get it in for basically a kickoff goal.
That is what you want to see to start it out. A beautiful goal strike in 3 seconds off top. Dropping down a nuke. It feels like it's Call of Duty, like he just made 25 kills. Well, guess what? It's only been 3 seconds. Calm down there, killer. Bet that's not what his team's saying. He's saying, turn it up.
Definitely Dicey now gets taken from Burf. AO now hitting across the field, doesn't have enough boost to follow through. Olvi now. Burf takes it now, hitting it in front of goal. Dicey's gonna try to hit it away. Ari's there though, hits it down, and Wubik with a clear out.
Olvi puts it down the field. Wubik tries to play it out, but Burf grabs, and now Burf drives it down the field. Off the back wall, gets another touch. Ari is on the backside and wait for an opportunity. Gets the strike, forces it across the field. Now it's being driven towards the defensive here.
Boy, hits it down in goal to make a tie game. This is another game where if Rochester Rhythm loses, they lose the series. And if they win it, they're going to tie series 2-2 and make it basically a sudden death game.
And kickoff goes in favor of the victory as it gets put on the sidewall. AO stumps Dicey on that back wall, just holds him. Now Burf tries to get in the face of Olvi. AO now gets in the face of Olvi.
.330 on the clock, 1-1 still. Are we gonna take it in own half? Olvi getting in front of goal. Burf is there to clear it away to AO. Dicey's gonna get it past AO, running it on the longest side of the wall. Burf tries to stop him, unable to. Now Ari gonna hit it off AO. Past Olvi and Dicey and Wubik. In front of goal, Dicey is there, gets it away quickly as AO makes a shot, but it's a little too far to the left where Wubik is.
AO now grabs the ball, hits it at the defender. It gets popped up at midfield. Burf now leaves it once again right there near the 50. AO puts it towards the sidewall. Wubik grabs hold, puts it back towards that same sidewall. And both these teams are trying to turn it up because someone has to score if they want to win it.
Definitely 2:30 on the clock. Burf bringing it up, gets a little too fast and goes in front of ball. Wubik almost lets it in. Burf tries to hit it in, but Dicey is there. Ari now hitting it off the wall and tries to give it a pass to AO. It was a little too close. AO now hitting it, giving it a pass to Burf. Wubik up, running it alongside of the wall. Meets AO and hits it straight up. Now, Olvi gonna make a shot, but it's a little bit too far to the right.
Just under 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Tied up 1-1 and only one team can win. Will we see an overtime or will we potentially see the victory close the door on the Rhythm? There's a lot happening. There could even be a potential possibility of a game 5. Something has to happen here, and both these teams are just relentless in their attempts.
Long shot by Wubik, cleared out by Ari. Off the wall. AO's gonna take it. He almost gets it past Wubik, but barely hits the roof of his car. Now Dicey gets demoed while clearing it. Wubik gonna follow up on ball. AO with a clear. Now Burf gonna take it from him. Olvi now hits it middle, but Ari gets it away. And Dicey's gonna take it on the right wall.
AO meets Wubik and throws it towards the oppositional sidewall. Now Burf grabs hold, puts it up. There's only 45 seconds remaining. And we're leaning towards a potential opportunity of overtime. As I've been saying, both these teams have just been neck and neck throughout this game 4. And Olvi gets the strike. And ladies and gentlemen, the Rhythm are now up by 1. 32 seconds on the clock, and we're looking at potential game 5.
A close goal for Olvi. Now maybe securing a game 5, but definitely making it more likely, especially with 30 seconds left. Very close, but still possible for another goal for a victory.
Dicey gets up, waits patiently, doesn't have much in the tank. And Ari tries to tie it up, but unable to do so. AO now grabs hold, gets an opportunity, gets one, pass 2, and ladies and gentlemen, we are potentially. There's a second on the board, but I believe it is in fact going to be overtime. What a play!
Certainly 2-2, 1 second left. As we hit it, it's gonna quickly drop for an overtime.
My, oh my, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you push it into OT. AO making big plays out here. Once again, gets up, has not much left in the tank. Burf pushes it across. Now Ovi has it. Ovi gets one, stumps it right in front of the goal. And now it's driving right back the other way. Ovi grabs it, and AO stops him.
Midfield, Burf hits it in the wall. Ari with a shot, too far to the left though. AO with a demo on Wubik, and Burf scores it on an empty net, I believe.
And I believe that is what almost all of chat wanted to see. Burf comes through in the final moments and turns it around. And ladies and gentlemen, the Brainerd victory upset the Rochester Rhythm, bringing themselves to a 3-7 record and knocking down the Rochester Rhythm to a 6-4 record. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Unfortunately, I don't believe I will be here for it. But I will tell you this, the Brainerd victory are going to be back again here in Series 3 to take on the Bloomington Maulers. And that is an exciting match to say, as for me, I have two of my young prodigies on either side that I will be watching between Ari and X-Ray. Both of them came up through the JTV Entertainment system, and I'm proud to see them out there making big plays, and I'm excited to see what they continue to do with their careers. So, my goodness, Burf coming out here, making that big play there at the end and solidifying the victory for them. And I'll just say it like that. They solidified it for them because they are the victory. And they did just that. My goodness. Red Flame. Wow, wow, wow. AO with that strike there at the final end. That is crazy. That is a crazy strike. And now we're in a position where the victory are going to be taking on the Bloomington Maulers. So, wow, we look at those stats and you can just see that the Rhythm, they definitely had a lot of shots on goal, but just wasn't enough as the Victor were able to sneak one in. I thought we were going to get a game 5, but we did not. Like I was saying, Red Flame, how are you feeling about that series in an overall encapsulate? I mean, you definitely said that you felt Rochester Rhythm in 4. However, it was a Brainerd victory in 4.
Well, I'm still kind of happy. It went to 4, just not the way I wanted it to, but either way, both teams I'm happy with winning, so overall, a good game.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here for our double-header matchup of the night to finish it off with the Brainerd victory taking on the Bloomington Maulers, and we will probably have an update for you about Series 4 as well when we get back from our break. Hang tight. I'm Joseph the Voice, hanging out with Red Flame, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, I believe it is supposed to be Stewie hanging out with Wolf in the next cast, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll wait and see. It might be myself. It may be, you know, Mr. Red Flame over here. We'll wait and see, but we'll be back from our break here just shortly.
wish we stayed the same. I got way too many thoughts in my brain, but I got memories that run through my veins. I'm not one to blame, but I could point out every way that you changed. Some things stay up while others go right down the drain. And lately we've been going down in flames. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm my therapist is saying that I should. I don't believe it, but I really wish I could. Instead, I guess I'll stay misunderstood. Oh, 'cause I'm stuck now, just trying to figure a way out. I've tried but can't seem to slow down, and I don't know if I want to. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm honest, I get in my feels when I want you. Say you feel it too, I'll haunt you. Hold on till I'm lost in nirvana. But if I'm can't seem to slow down, and I don't know if I want to.
I'm stuck inside of these walls with you. I don't recognize who I've turned into. I'm losing hope and getting myself back. Everything around me is starting to turn black. Don't tell me you're hurt again. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how it's all my fault. Yeah, I've met my match again, starting from scratch again. Where is the pleasure in all this pain? Don't you lie to me. Say it's all okay when it feels like I'm drowning.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MCS. Is it week 7, Stewie? I think it is. Challenger
Something like
gameplay. Something like that. It's the third matchup of the night. It's going to be the Brainerd Victory going up against the Bloomington Maulers. Stewie, I hate this Brainerd team, so
I do
I'm
too.
going for Bloomington in 3.
I don't like them either. Obviously, we just saw them win against
Major champions.
the #1 team in Challenger that just dropped to the 2-7 team that made absolutely no sense to me. Absolutely no idea as to how that happened, but I guess Brainerd just played the better series, and
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it either.
How can AO and Burf be on the same team like every
not
season,
allowed.
except for
allowed.
when he's with me?
Not allowed.
Like season three, they won it together on our first LAN ever in MCS, and then I think at season 5, season 6, they were together as well. Maybe not season 6. I know season 5, they were Minneapolis premiere, and now they're here again, man. I don't know who's running the league in the background.
They're
I
breaking
don't know
some
if the
kind of
founders
rules.
can do anything about it, but they can't be on the same team, Stewie.
They're breaking some
But
kind
they
of
are
rules,
right
yeah.
now, and Ari, of course, been a player that has wanted to play in Challenger for the longest time. I mean, here's a good chance to prove it. You've got AO and Burf. I don't think you can have two better teammates. They might be a little bit troll sometimes, but at least together. But I think that's a good foundation to sub up as a Challenger player.
And I think that this Brainerd team is going to have their hands full here with Bloomington, who have competed in every series that they've been in so far. They have a sub in Divine, who is subbing for Flamethrower, so no third-round pick for Clash and X-Ray to work with. But really, it's been Clash and X-Ray who have been driving the offensive force for this team all season, and you have to think that they're not going to change here. But Brainerd coming off that big win against Rochester, and they didn't do it in 5. They let Rochester sneak back in, and a lot of teams have done that this season, Brock. Really, they've gone up early against Rochester. To me, Rochester just seems like a team that starts slow, and they slowly, gradually get better and better as the series goes on. But that Brainerd team really clutched up. It's here at about 1 second left, and you're seeing it now because Burf has the opening goal.
Yeah, Burf to open up third match of the night. Burf just playing the waterfall, and it's just over Divine, who had 0 boost floating down from the crossbar. And Brainerd strike first, and it's going to be a question as to whether Bloomington can contain AO and Burf, because man, I imagine that's not fun to play against. They're going to have to be able to remove them from the pitch entirely. But when they're in the air, it's kind of hard to do much about that, Stewie. AO redirect going to be off the post to Burf, who's going to put it back central. Divine going to deny. Now Clash looking for across the field redirect there, but going to be denied by AO. Good ground dribble. The 50's going to actually go off his teammate as Clash just gives it to a waiting Burf, but Burf loses control. Divine is it on target? It's off the post. X-Ray to follow, and Bloomington tie us up at 1.
That's a really, really important follow-up for Bloomington's. Clash good touch. Originally gave it to Divine, and then Divine won that 50, and it was a open net for X-Ray to put in the back of the net. 3:05 still left to go. Brainerd and Bloomington deadlocked at 1 apiece. Bloomington, I was looking at their previous week. They won against Tibbing in week 6, took them down in 5, and then they already played their other doubleheader this week against Duluth, and lost that in 5. So they're technically coming off of a loss and a win at the same time, but this is their final match of the night, and you definitely want to close your night out with a win for sure. Obviously, because they did play that Duluth match early, it was on June 4th and not on June 7th. So it's been 3 days since they lost that, but you have to think when you do lose a match, it sticks with you for a couple days after. You kind of wonder what you could have done differently, and I mean, it's really important for me that Brainerd won that first series because it is working wonders for them.
Wow. Yep, there's AO Stein, and you can't give him that much space. You can't give him any space at all. It's a good pass down from Ari. Pops it up to himself and then finds top left corner. takes the crossbar and that side post to go in, but at that point it makes it even more hard to defend. And Brainerd regained the lead as, loving what I'm seeing out of Brainerd. That could be a shot though, Divine off the post. As Ari's gonna pop this one up from the midfield, maybe going for a musty. Does not connect with it. But I mean, really liking what I'm seeing out of this Brainerd team. Oh, I mean, they're bumping into each other, so good timing on that. Ari looking to be more physical. I think that's a good role for him, and it worked when he was on Bemidji back in Rising Star in Season 7. That was one thing that worked out very well for that team, was physicality. And bringing it here to Challenger, I mean, it creates so much space, Stewie, to facilitate players like Burf and AO. I mean, it should be a recipe for success if they keep up the physicality.
And it was a recipe for success in the previous series. Obviously, winning in 4 is pretty good, but also doing it in the fashion that they did, they only dropped one game to arguably the team that everybody is trying to beat right now, that being Rochester, but also St. Paul is another team that everyone is trying to beat at the moment. But regardless, Brainerd, when you're 2-7 on the season and you only got 10 points, I really don't think it matters who you're playing. You kind of want to beat everyone, and I hope they understand that. As X-Ray is going to miss that double clash, though, able to scramble back and make that save, and that got scary for a second, because you go down 2 with 45 seconds left. You're running on fumes pretty much.
It's a bit chaotic for Brainerd right now. They almost conceded pretty much a free net there, as they're like bumping into each other. All sorts of stuff is happening, but Divine can't put that one on target. 30 seconds remain here in game number 1. Burf downfield. X-Ray, a player that don't want to have on the ball if you're Brainerd. He's probably the most dangerous up in the air, and has shown us why in previous seasons. As AO for another touch, bumps Divine out of the way. 10 seconds left. Bloomington have to make a heroic effort, but Burf going to take control up the sidewall, beats 2. And that might be enough to put this game 1 under wraps. As AO going to keep it up, maybe looking for another goal. X-Ray does keep it up. Clash no boost. Burf to the corner. X-Ray goes missing. Divine keeps it up. It finally drops. And the Brainerd victory take game number 1.
That got close for a second. They had a chance to clear out. X-Ray had full boost. Had a chance to hit the ball down the field, and unfortunately did not get what he wanted on it. I think the ball too was not moving fast enough, and likely was behind him, so the chances of him hitting it out were not the best. But me saying the word chance is important there, because he did have an opportunity. But we'll move into game number 2. Brainerd continue their hot streak. That's technically 2 in a row now, but if you don't count game 3 of their previous series, that is 4 game wins in a row, and that's not something they've done really a lot here, Brock, in this season. This split 2 has been way better for them.
Yep, and I think that's the pickup of Burf is just so big from free agency. I mean, he's done that quite a bit in recent past. As Divine gonna go missing. That was an open opportunity. Burf sidewall touch to AO. Gonna go off that back wall to AO. Just gonna try to keep it in. Does force Divine to go missing. AO gets it past 1. Burf with the challenge into the corner. But Clash DA denies Ari there to keep up offensive pressure. And now Bloomington on the attack. Clash. Gonna waterfall. Not necessarily the waterfall. Just gonna bounce down as X-Ray going to put this one into the back of the net. As just this 50. Whenever the 50 goes high on your back line, it's always a tough time.
Yeah, it's never going to be good for you. But, I think Bloomington really got to focus here on keeping the offensive pressure and making sure they get Brainerd in bad spots. Because when Brainerd have lost games, it's been when they've been bad spots or just in rotational positions that don't really help them. But Bloomington still 4:15 left to go. A lot of time to really kill off the clock and win this game number 2, Brock. But Brainerd has been really good at playmaking today. We saw what the AO could do with 1 second left. as that was a wonderful
Burf.
with Burf's help. Obviously, the demo doesn't make that happen at all, but the play doesn't happen if the demo doesn't happen. So, working in tandem together is X-Ray all the way down the field, 2-0 Bloomington.
Wide open net for X-Ray here as AO tried to turn this one around. Ari playing the same ball, kicks out central where X-Ray is just driving forward, playing first man. Just going to take the open net shot as those are the last two defenders left, and they were both pushed up quite far. It's an overcommit from the Brainerd victory as Bloomington get 2 straight here. And yeah, I mean, I think this is a good sign for Bloomington. You kind of have at the moment, a shaky Brainerd team. They're bumping into each other, and at one point that was not really an issue for them. The team bumps because they could recover so fast, but now it's more so a miscommunication in terms of positioning that's affecting them as Ari on his own back line. We'll leave this one for Burf. Just gonna pop it out to AO. Starts a dribble, gonna be denied by X-Ray. Now Ari put this one back in, no one there to follow it. Clash will pop this one up for Divine. Go off the ceiling, and Ari will catch.
100% of time
And
here.
X-Ray.
And X-Ray scores. 3-0. He's got a pretty darn quick hat trick. 2:55 still left. A lot of time for Brainerd to catch up here in game number 2 as they're still up 1-0 in the series, but good rebuttal here from Bloomington. It's important for them to keep this lead, but also keep the momentum going. Putting 3 up here is good, especially you're getting a good performance out of one of your newer pickups in X-Ray, but he's been along on this team enough to know how important he is to the lineup, but also how important he is to be finding goals, and he's got 4.
There's 4. Yep. I think in chat somewhere he said something about he was going to put on a show, and then someone said, "Who is X-Ray?" And well, they're a Bloomington player, and I mean they've got 4 goals. That's who they are.
Yeah.
I guess. Maulers up by 4, and it's all X-Ray. I mean, all assisted, but all goals going to X-Ray right now, as Brainerd are hitting the ball backwards around each other. And I imagine they look like
every
they've been
which
having just
direction.
a fun time.
Yeah.
I can never tell because I remember when I was a challenger player and I subbed up.
Yeah, remember when we were child
Burf and
players?
AO. Yeah, I do. In fact, I was in challenger for quite some time.
Yeah.
And Burf and AO were just like it was nothing serious at all. It was like a first experience for me, just to like take it easy and like have a good time. As Burf gonna lay that one in. It's almost a pinch off of AO, 86 miles an hour. And AO and Burf combine with 2 minutes left.
Big touch there from Burf. 4-1 is the scoreline, 2:01 to go. As you know, I was thinking about season 7, Brock, a couple days ago, and it's crazy to think you and I were picked in Challenger then. And look at us now.
Yep.
Who would have thought, huh? As
Who would've thought? I mean, like,
it's
to anyone. I mean, like, I ended up right. Like, I've got Vanish and Calster on my team, right? But I mean, my team sweeps Challenger that season. It was me, Dicey, Burf. That's why last matchup I was only happy if I was happy either way.
yeah, both of you got double
exactly,
double-edged
and then I had
sword.
Rubik, who I teamed with before, so I had to root for Rochester there. And I did think Brainerd was a more scary team, and it showed. They won in 4. Got it done, but they're struggling here, especially in this game too. They got that one nice goal from Burf and AO, but
Other than that, pretty quiet.
it came when they were down 4, Stewie.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, pretty quiet here. Is this backward touch is going to go. AO going to try and read it. We'll burn through 100 boost. Going to burn through 100 more as 55 seconds is left for Brainerd to find 3 goals. How probable would this be? As AO's going to get bumped off the double. Already the shot right at X-Ray. Burf is there for the follow-up. And hold the phone, Brock, because this game ain't over.
Yeah, AO is going to hit that double. I can guarantee you.
Oh,
If he
yeah.
get bumped off of that, it's
yeah.
an AO double. As Ari just going to force a shot. Got to force a save out of the net. Burf going to follow that one up and almost hit it back into Ari. I think it would have just gone in, but had to worry about the own save on your own teammate there. But They got the goal, so 35 seconds left. The bad news is Bloomington has possession of the ball, and that's taking more and more time off the clock.
As
Is this Squishy Muffins? X-Ray's just playing keep away.
pretty much, as Ao's going to hit that forward, cut out by Divine. And how about game 2 for X-Ray? 4 goals on 5 shots.
Wow.
Heck of a performance to dot this series up here with 13 seconds left. I don't think it's going to be possible unless Brainerd gets a magical play from
Ceiling
Ao,
pinch?
maybe a Gench. Yeah, he's got to go quick here. You don't got time, Ao. He's going to run out of it. It's going to be blocked. Divine all the way down into the open net. And that one's going to confirm it. Bloomington is on the board.
Is that another player scoring for Bloomington other than X-Ray? It's Divine on a 0-second shot. Garbage time goal, as I do think Brainerd played better at the end of that. It was just too late for them. They got down 4. They respond with 2, but when you only have, 40 seconds, give or take, at the end of game 2, difficult to accumulate 2 more goals to tie the game, and then have to go into overtime, of course, to make a crazy comeback. But I mean, in Rising Star, at least we saw a 4-goal comeback. So I mean, not with 40 seconds left, but it can indeed happen. As victory, I mean, some big mistakes at the start of this game led to some open nets. They clean those up. I see this going back to a super close series, kind of like in game number 1, as we approach game number 3. And I don't know if Bloomington can X-Ray repeat that start. Can his teammates facilitate for him enough?
I hope so.
Time will tell.
Yeah, I really hope so. Time indeed will tell, but it'll more be about how his teammates step up around him. Obviously, they're gonna move the ball to him, but also he's gonna be able to put the shots away. So far, he has, and yeah, the big question mark is, can he continue doing that? But the big question mark for Brainerd is, they got a couple goals at the end of that game number 2. They made it as close as they possibly could, but they still fell a little bit short. And I don't want that to be a theme for them, because, I mean, in the last series, it seemed like they had Rochester on the ropes the whole time, controlling the pace of play. They were consistent. Their shots were really good. And, I mean, honestly, if they can continue to do that or get back to whatever they did against the Rhythm, they should not have a problem with Bloomington. But, I mean, Bloomington's prowess showing when you have a player on their team scoring 4 goals by himself. So anything is possible here, as Burf will have the read with Demo Divine. Burf was pretty close, but couldn't put it away. Clash is the clear. Good team play from him and X-Ray to get that one out. As ball's going to hit the sidewall. Burf is looking for one more touch. We'll hit it forward. Divine just going to leave it, and it's going to go in.
It's a good shot from Burf, but they must have thought that this was not going to go post in, as X-Ray is playing back post. Divine goes missing, and it's a big mistake. It's going to result in a Brainerd goal to start off game 3, as Bloomington, again, I mean, they're showing some weaknesses on defense, as this one going to go out to the corner. Burf to keep it in. Ao, touch towards net, denied by Clash. He's got 0 boost. Ari going to win the challenge there. Burf across, going to be denied by Divine, though, but they're just going to feed the ball to Ao, and this is what he likes. He likes to take this one up to the ceiling, maybe put a power shot on. We know he can flip reset. He can do it all in the air, as Burf does go missing. And Divine into the back of the net, and, I mean, makes up for the past mistake.
Yeah, you can't be making those mistakes, though, if you're Burf, because Ori left flat-footed, full boost still, but no chance. I mean, he's got, Divine's got the whole net to shoot at, and any good player who knows how to place the ball or knows how to shoot the ball is not going to hit it anywhere near Ori's car. And great response from Bloomington to tie up this game, as Ao was looking for a redirect. He does follow the second touch, as he was looking for the first, missed it, got the second one, and now back into the Brainerd end, again having to play defense. No booster Burf or Ao, as they got to combine with about 12 between them to get this one out. But Ori, good defensive line, will air dribble that one to the sidewall. 2:40 left to go. Brock and we're not at 1 apiece in the game and the series.
hope it's a much closer game.
Indeed.
As AO could have a chance. Clash DA though on the back line with full boost that time, not with zero. Does make a good save. X-ray shot bottom right around the defender, and Bloomington go up by 1.
Beautiful passing play from X-Ray and Divine. Those two have been connecting with each other. Also, Clash has been involved in a lot of offense, but it's been that man X-Ray to receive pretty much every pass, score every goal, and it's been all him for Bloomington as he's again on the ball off the kickoff. It's the backboard touch. AO will cut it out. As another great pop play from AO. He's stepped up huge here for Brainerd this weekend, and so far has had a wonderful Friday night. Can they continue it though? As again left to play some defense, and Bloomington's doing a good job of just keeping Brainerd awkward and with no boost. A lot of physical plays coming up from the Maulers.
Oh,
As Burf, yeah.
We've
Not a little
seen
bit
him
too
own
far,
goal.
yeah. We've seen many own goals.
Especially on
that
my
way.
team. He loves to own goal in random moments. But usually it's when it doesn't really matter. But right now they're down by 1. It might matter. AO, no boost, gonna take a 50. This one gonna go off the ceiling. Canary put it away. Top left and out. Burf off of the ceiling. It's gonna drop down. AO 50 denied by Divine. And Brainerd just so close to breaking through. As Burf gonna take control here in the corner, kicks it out mid. No one there in the area though, but it's definitely making Bloomington a bit awkward here.
Still kind of awkward. X-Ray saw a Brainerd player jump behind him, trying to read the ball before X-Ray got to it. As that double commit from AO and Burf out of that corner, no booster either of them, as AO's going to be with the one to hit it away. 50 seconds left. Brainerd going to hold the whole length, as that is going to be saved by X-Ray. Or he got caught a little bit too far, and it's going to prove fatal at an open net for X-Ray. He can't put it in. As the miss comes out, Divine will be blocked by Ori, and AO and Burf were so close to tying the game.
I mean, they're getting some chances here, but it's not good when X-Ray's behind the ball. Wow. Off of the crossbar, follows it through. And I mean, when you have a player just playing this well, scoring literally all the goals, but 2 during this entire series for them.
Hard to stop, man.
It's so hard to stop as Brainerd look to maybe concede back-to-back games here. 30 seconds left. X-Ray looking for more. If that backboard's uncovered, you know he's going to put it away. Ari on his backward almost own goal in. Clash to Divine. Going to be denied by Burf, but Burf gets bumped off of that ball. So going to lay this one out for AO. Shot on, going to be denied. Time dwindles down. And Brainerd might have offense, but that's a big clear with 7 seconds left. That's going to secure Game 3 for Bloomington.
Ooh, as that was nearly a fourth. AO going to hit this one down, killed by Clash. Game will go in favor of the Maulers. 1 game away from beating the victory in 4. And Brainerd shooting in that game was... gotta be better. I mean... You have AO shooting 0 for 7 in that game, and I mean a ton of saves for Bloomington, but honestly, looking at the saves they had to make, they weren't that difficult. I mean, it just never felt like Brainerd really had them in their half for a long amount of time. I mean, we did see the one play that X-Ray did save, but it was an immediate counterattack into a goal. I mean, if you're going to be scoring goals especially against a team as solid as Bloomington is all the way around, you have got to be putting on better shots. Brainerd failed to do that in the last game. They can't fail at this game, because if they do, series done, over, done and dusted, we say goodnight.
It'll be done in 4. And one thing that's really making Brainerd one-dimensional right now is we know that they can pass to each other and they can shoot shots with good quality. AO could double this one down, and I mean, when the backboard's open, it's gonna work. Brainerd go up by 1 immediately, but I mean, obviously they have a better start to this game than the prior, but we haven't seen any physicality from this team. I'm looking at Ari. I'm looking at literally any player on the Brainerd victory to go up and create some space, because that's when they really thrive, when they've got time Burf and AO have the mechanics to do whatever. We've seen that Ari can as well. He poses a solid air dribble threat as well. But not much physicality. But it's difficult when, you know, the ball is moving super fast, but gotta look to slow it down, maybe take a 50, and then remove that back end player from the net as AO gonna pinch this one all the way down through the corner. Clash to clear it back. X-Ray's ready for it. Gonna be off the backboard. Ari goes missing. Burf gonna be denied. It's gonna bounce off of X-Ray's car. And now Ari gonna get a touch on it. Clash right towards AO. Gonna get bumped off of that one. As Divine to send this one forward. It's to X-Ray. Shot on net. Wow. Top right over Ari. And the quality can't get much better than that.
That's a beautiful pass from Divine. Bounce it underneath that challenging player in Burf. X-Ray does the rest, and he has done the rest in this entire series. His 7th goal of the series so far in technically 4 games, which is, I mean, an unreal performance from Bloomington. But overall, he said that he was going to put on a show, and he definitely has lived up to that moniker. I mean, you're calling for the physical plays. AO was the one making it happen.
It was there, yeah.
And it was there. Give it a look. Couldn't make contact on it. You see Ori chasing it as that touch is going to go right at AO. No booster him. Going to collect that corner. Will be dunked though. Divine on net. That is just, I mean, Bloomington are not missing any opportunity they're taking right now.
Bloomington are not messing around, and AO just a bit too late to retrieve that ball. He put up the wall, and Divine gonna slot that one just under the crossbar, and still a 1-goal game. And I like the physicality, but when they move so fast and they don't have control of the ball, the demos don't really do much. You need to have control of the ball when you're going for those physical plays, because at the end of the day, if you can get a demo or a bump, but if you don't have a controlled shot on the net, it's not going to matter. The demo's going to be for nothing, other than 30 boost to your opposing player that you demoed. So, Brainerd though, looking to be on offense here. They do get a demo, but Divine gonna put this one all the way back. AO looking to control maybe. Speeds up through the corner. This one gonna be out to Ari, plays it high, should bounce down. Divine goes missing, Ari does as well. AO, free ball in the air, what can he do? Flip reset maybe, just gonna stay behind it. X-Ray tries to get this one around Burf, but Burf's gonna have to make something happen with this ball because it's gone around him in an awkward spot as half the game is gonna be gone here as Burf redirect towards his own backboard. It's to X-Ray. Divine shot's gonna be off, and here's some space maybe given, but it's just rushed immediately, Stewie, and now it's back into the Bloomington possession. As this one's gonna be off the post. Divine to follow into the back of the net. Bloomington score for their 2-goal lead.
And Divine's 5th goal of the series. Doesn't lead all scorers, his teammate X-Ray does, but Divine has been putting in secretly a lot of work for Bloomington so far. Found the net a ton. Clash really hasn't had to be, the goal scorer, which is good because, I mean, if you're the high pick on your team and you're not the one scoring the goals, you can't be any happier with how your teammates are playing, hitting everything at this point. As X-Ray, again, cannot be stopped. Gets the backboard read, 2:02 still left. And Brainerd need a hope and a prayer. They need a ton of offensive pressure here in order to break down Bloomington, and they haven't done it. So, honestly, I think if you are, this Bloomington side, you wall up, and they don't even need to wall up, Brock. This is what we call a freight train meeting a bus, and the freight train's winning.
I mean, just physicality coming out from Bloomington, the flashy mechanics in the air, it was already there. They didn't necessarily need the physicality, but they added in too with players like Clash. It just makes it so much more difficult when you implement both of those. Passing plays, the physicality, the solo play aspect from X-Ray as well. It's so difficult to play against. Yeah, they're going to need a miracle. They need to score about now and then hope that Bloomington somehow just stop playing the game entirely, because they showed weaknesses earlier in the series, but they figured those out pretty quickly. They fixed them, and now they look like they're playing their best they have in the entire series. Burf, though, puts it central, and it's just off the post. It's not going to be enough as a minute, and it might be another goal. I mean, at this point, anything can go into.
Exactly, and I was looking back at, Brainerd's last series. They played so good. We're so strong.
X-Ray, man.
As X-Ray, I believe that's his 10th of the series so far in 4 games, is having an unreal performance. This is their peak. This is the level they want to be at all the time. And going back to Brainerd, they had a great series in the last one, beating out Rochester. Rochester, I think, were caught flat-footed a lot of times, and overall, I think Brainerd, this is the inconsistency we've seen from them all season. They have been in every series the past couple of weeks. Really going to game 5 a ton, also going to 4. When they have played as, I mean, what are you supposed to do? We're into the foreign country. It is Brazil.
They're still demoing them. They're demoing them. We're all the way down in South America, and there's still 37 seconds left. They're not, stalling the game out. They're still scoring. They're still demoing.
And that's 11. Yeah, I know how to count. Yeah, that's 11 goals this series for X-Ray. Hey, this is historic. You do not see this often.
Yeah.
This is in the amount of games we've played. He has two games where he has 4+ goals. That is unbelievable from X-Ray, as Ayo's going to get one in the back. He'll ruin the Brazil, as Bloomington knows it.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
For another one, you probably can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they easily can. I think Divine did that on purpose. X-Ray knows it, too. He's not happy with them. Divine knows that he screwed that up. He's like, yeah, I did that on purpose just so, it's ruined. But still, regardless, proud of this Brainerd team for, beating Rochester and going one-on-one on the night. But heck of a win for Bloomington, really stepping up big here, as X-Ray wants a 6th, wants the goals record, but I don't think he's going to get it, as this series is done and dusted. And in 4, Brock, pretty darn quick. As hate to be the bearer of bad news, but due to other circumstances, we will not be able to stream the last series of the night. So this was our final series of the night.
We love when the rosters they can't field the on-stream slot you're given, and you're given a limited amount during the season, so you're not gonna have that one back. For you as man, I mean, they got up to a good start that game, Mayo double, and then it was just the Bloomington show. We had Clash just becoming like prime Caesar, just removing everyone. Like,
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
You had X-Ray, going back to his game. Was it game 2 performance? I mean, he had
5
so
on
many
7.
goals.
I mean, that is unbelievable. 5 on 7 shots.
I can't.
That is a.
And then Divine looked solid throughout the entire series. He had that shot off the post. I mean, I knew Divine could be a challenger player, and I mean, he fits in well here. I mean, even though he is I still think he's a challenger worthy player, but the Maulers take it in 4. And when I told you my prediction at the start, I'm gonna be honest, I was completely joking. I knew how good X-Ray was and how good he can be, but with the way that I saw Brainerd playing last, I was thinking Brainerd was gonna win this series.
I was in the same exact boat, honestly. With how Brainerd was playing, Brock, I really think that if they played like they did against Rochester, they could have easily taken that series. But that will be our final series of the night, unfortunately. We won't have Atlas versus Rangers. Going to throw that one off stream, unfortunately. But it is not due to there being a possible forfeit, Brock. It is due to my internet being shut off in 15 minutes for maintenance. So technically 12 minutes now if you count it. But regardless, Atlas Rangers will happen. Probably happening right now, so we'll see them. But regardless, that was our final one of the night. Victory Maulers. Brock, I mean, it was a good one. We got a series that ended off on the night great. I felt like it was one that could have gone either way. I think that Brainerd going 1-1 here is not bad. it's just
Oh.
you would have liked to
It's
go
just
2-0 to
odd.
close the gap. It's just weird.
So-
It felt so up and down. Like they're at the highest of
Yeah.
highs. They're taking down the best team in the league, and then they're losing to a not saying bottom of the barrel Bloomington team, but a team that is not even in the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, a team that has shown inconsistencies throughout the season, and definitely took a slow start for them to get things going. As they, I think they did concede that game 1.
They did.
But I mean, even in the previous matches, we saw Bloomington really struggle. Actually,
Yeah.
in that major,
Quite a
we
bit.
saw them be confident. Unfortunately, they got eliminated quickly. But I mean, this is a good series to bounce back and win off of. I mean, they controlled those last 3 games like it was nothing, Stewie. This is the team that looks really well. They're playing as a well-oiled machine, all 3 players.
Brock?
And Bloomington just look great. Stewie?
Yeah, I want to say though that I think Brainerd might have broke Rochester because Rochester go 0-6 on the night. They lost again
Wow.
to the Miracles, and they were swept. So
Didn't that one go to 4? The prior one? So 1-5 on
1
the
and
night?
5, excuse me, but
But still.
that's an 0-2 night for possibly the best team in the league, and I don't like that. That is not good. Going into the latter half of the season. Obviously, if you look at our format, we've got another double header next week in week 8, and then week 9 and 10 are not double headers; they're single headers. So these matches, Brock, you got to be winning these double header weeks. I mean, you can't be going 0-2. You got to be going at least 1-1 in order to keep your major hopes alive. Because if you do, your chances go down and down and down of making that top 8, and then you got to make a major run. And yes, there are teams who make major runs, Brock. It happens, but it's highly unlikely.
I mean, there's limited amount of spots to accumulate points, and teams have to lose. That's how this works. Swiss stage is it a top 8 bracket?
Is.
Half
It is
the teams
indeed.
would be
Yep.
gone. That's what Major 2 is going to do. It's going to eliminate, half the league pretty much. I don't think we have play-ins because that would settle.
We do not.
That would settle top 8. So, I mean, right now it's bad. I'd say it's good and bad to be playing bad right now, because on the upside you have time to figure out what you did wrong. Of course, you can't really change your roster now. Maybe does it close on the 8th of the
On the
9th?
8th, indeed. It closes tomorrow night, technically at midnight. So when that clock strikes,
You've got enough time to
You do.
get find your rhythm and make a good major run. And all you need is that top 8. Of course, those 5 through 8 teams don't get that extra life on land. They're starting in the lower bracket, as that's why it's so important to be a top 4 team at the end of the season. You start in that upper bracket with that extra life. Top 4 is really what you're gunning for. But yeah, Stewie, good show from Bloomington. We saw Brainerd be really good, and then Brainerd be really bad. But it's a newer team. They're fluctuating rosters constantly. I see a lot of potential with Perth and AO, and really whoever's around them.
I agree. I like that you talked about fluctuating rosters. They haven't really had a set team played yet with AO and Burf. It's been kind of Parker, it's been Ari, it's been whoever they kind of want to pick up. They do have time to make
Whoever's
moves.
available.
But exactly. Who's ever able to play. I mean, it's been a lot, but regardless, thank you so much for joining us for another night of Challenger. We'll have premiere tomorrow night. My match is being played at 2 p.m. So the good news, Brock, is I can get every series on stream for you. So we will have a stream tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Brock, you're going to be on stream. I'm excited to see how your team plays.
Yippee yippee.
Who do you play? Gotta make sure you
Gotta
get it right.
check real quick.
Go Burnsville. as I don't play them until next week, so I'm not cursing it. But regardless, we'll have a stream tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope to see you there.
We were hopeless,
now, but